Thank you for watching BlaXit. Please subscribe to our channel BlaXit, smash that like button and share everywhere.
Negative. Jerome. Kasumai. African power. No. Come on, fam. African power.
African power.
Listen, how are we going to achieve power if we can't even sound powerful?
Exactly.
Yeah? Let's sound powerful. After 3. 1, 2, 3. African power. Again. 1, 2, 3. All right. After 3. Okay, we have a musical introduction there. Let's stand up and let's put some energy into the room. Yeah? Let's be proud Africans. 1, 2, 3. African power! That's right. We have to be. We are the power. We are the power. The power behind this is Panzer. The power behind this is the AOU. The power behind today started a long time ago. True. So I want to say thank you to all my esteemed colleagues and the astounding Mr. Jobata who filled us with knowledge. And of course, Tony, I love your new name. You have to teach me it. But he's my esteemed colleague, and I have spoken here before, so I want to say that I wouldn't be here if you wasn't here. So firstly, give yourselves a round of applause for being here and being part of history today. Yeah, today is the history of, and it is the launch actually of a Pan-African Students Association, which I am so grateful to be a part of. And I read a poem actually in the car coming here, and I'm going to try and share it. I can't have my own handwriting because of the box, but I'm going to go ahead. But basically the AOU, which is the African Organization of Unity. So I want to talk today to unity and repatriation and why unity is so important. So my African name is Nyancho Kujabi, okay? Everybody laughs and says, but Nyanchos don't go with Kujabi. No, it don't, yeah? Kujabi is John, and Nyancho is Mandinka. But that goes to show you the mix that we are, yeah? We come from strong roots. We have a strong culture. And Marcus Garvey also said, a people without knowledge of their past, their history, their origin, their culture is like a tree without roots. And so this celebration of African liberation is not my first time celebrating African liberation. And it will not be my last time celebrating African liberation. But I'm going to ask, when will Africa be liberated? When? The answer is when you decide to make Africa liberated. The power of the future is in your hands, not my hands. It's in your hands, and together we can come together. Yeah? I am the reincarnation of my ancestors, lost path. I am the reincarnation of my ancestors that were taken from these shores, stolen from these shores, kidnapped from these shores, hijacked from these shores, branded with hot iron from the fire on these shores, entrapped in dungeons on these shores. My ancestors were raped and killed on these shores. My ancestors' villages were burned down on these shores. It was these shores where the cannonballs flew out of the cannons and destroyed nations on these shores. It was on these shores where the ships came. It was on these shores where the boats came. It was on these shores shores where they shackled us, and they killed us, and they whipped us, and they stripped us. It was from these shores, so do not deny me when I come back. I am the embodiment of Africa, and I am the embodiment of my ancestors, and I will not be denied. I will not be denied. Your ancestors cried on the beaches, waiting for the boats to return, when their sons and daughters were taken, when their aunts and uncles were missing, when their children, 2 and 3, they could not find them in the debris. Because they were taken in boats to Cuba, to Brazil, to Jamaica, to America, to Charleston, to West Papua, to Australia, all over the Caribbean, from Trinidad, St. Vincent, Tobago, Montserrat. We are one people, one family, and we are all Africans, and we are Africans first. We are all Africans first. Do not see me because of the language that I speak. Understand the journey that took me there. Understand my great-grandmother was enslaved on a plantation, making sugarcane for rum for white men. She was strong enough to survive, and that's why I'm alive. Okay? Now the AU. I want to just talk to the AU, because we mustn't forget our ancestors and the 32 nations that came together today on the 25th of May. The AOU was dedicated to the eradication of all forms of colonization and white minority rule. Are we hearing me? Are you hearing me? Yes. Right. The AOU, the African Organization of Unity. I'm going to say unity. It's very important that I say that word, because it's time for the African diaspora, people who are African descendants that were not born in Africa, to be united, so you will no longer be exploited. The AU was dedicated to the eradication of all forms of colonization and white minority rule. Have we not suffered enough, my family? Have we not suffered enough, my family? Yes. Is it not time for a change? Yes. The only thing that's guaranteed in life is change. And from today, this ALD, as I slap my hand and I touch this wood, will be a day of change. Today will be a day of unification. I represent the African descendants, the Council of African Descendants, the people that are coming home. I am home. This is my home. Am I African? Yes, I need to ask you again, because I can't hear any answers, and this is where the problem lies. And this is why we're calling automatic citizenship. And if you wonder, oh, what's that? The automatic means that we are automatically seen as African. So anyone who's got any questions and doesn't want me to be seen as an African, doesn't want my children to be seen as an African, doesn't want my family to be seen as an African, you shouldn't even be in this room, because this is African Liberation Day. I am automatically an African. What am I? African. What am I? African. What am I? African. So when we put in our private members bill for automatic citizenship, and someone says to you, oh no, they shouldn't get it automatically. Say, is she not automatically an African? Was I not born black?
Exactly.
Peter Tosh said, what did Peter Tosh say? Who remembers the lyrics of Peter Tosh? If you're a black man, then you're a
African.
Oh wow, how many Pan-Africanists we got in this room? If you're a black man, then you're a African. Correct, and I'm proud to be African. What we need from you is your help. We need to have an automatic citizenship campaign to make sure that all African descendants are welcome back home again. As it stands, I have to wait 15 years to get citizenship here, and I am faced with the challenge that the ancestors of my enslavers, of my ancestors, have the same treatment as me. In fact, I see better treatment for Lebanese, Chinese, Indian, and every other race other than us. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting very patiently for an audience with His Excellency Adam Barrow. And we are still waiting while we watch everybody else walk through the door. Are we not African?
Yes.
Am I an African?
Yes.
Are you sure I'm an African?
Yes.
So why is the door closed? Am I an African?
Yes.
Thank you. So all I've got to say is, I know that we've gone over time, is I want to read a little poem that I wrote in the car today, and then I will be gone. But not for long, because BlaXit, and I want everybody in this room to do me a favor and to subscribe to the BlaXit YouTube channel. BlaXit. This is about our exit from the West to the best, and that's Africa. Be proud to be African. Let me tell you something. Africa is the pinnacle of the world. To be African is the best identity in the world. Fight for it, protect it, keep it, love it, respect it. Because when I'm denying being an African, I'm called a European, I'm called an English, I hate it. All I want to be is an African, automatically African. So this is the poem I'm going to end with. And I wrote this in the car, so forgive me if I stumble, because it's my own handwriting, I can't even read it good. So, it says, no matter where you go, you have to return home. Yeah? I was born in England, and even though I was surrounded by family, I felt excluded and alone. I was born in an era before colour TVs and mobile phones. How I yearned to go home. My dad told me from young, this is not your home. This is the land of the white man. We came from the land of the black man. Try as you can and try as I can, they will never see as an equal. This is the world's biggest scam. It's one big plan. He told me years ago, we lived free as can be. We had life, we had our liberty. Then one day we were invaded by the enemy. They came with guns and lies and deceit. They came in ships and boats and fleets to chain our ankles, our hands, our brains, our necks and our feet. Away we put in dungeons under the earth. We have now decided to return from the plantations to the land of our birth. We have left the slavery of the West to return to the continent on earth, the place of our ancestors' birth. This is our home, even though we have been gone so long. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Nancho Kujabi. That was so powerful. Like she said, she's the embodiment of Africa. And who are we to deny her? Is she not African? Is she not black as us? Does the African blood not run through her veins? So I believe, like she said, there are so many people that come from outside, and we are the smiling coast of Africa. We are accepting of those people, as we should. But we should also accept our black families that are coming from other countries that want to come back to the Gambia and live within us and come back to the motherland. So thank you very much, Mrs. Nancho Kujabi.
One nation, one Africa. Thank you, BlaXit family. Please keep watching and remember, follow your dreams.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.